gradually, then suddenly. We live in a time when change is so sped up that we begin to see the present only when it is already disappearing. R.D. Laing. The future did not arrive gradually. It arrived all at once. It was the fall of 2022, and I was working as the National Director of AI for Health and Life Sciences at Microsoft. The company operates Microsoft Research, one of the largest and most respected independent research organizations in the world. It employs computer scientists, designers, economists, ethicists, and anthropologists. These are some of the brightest people on the planet. Their goal is to see around corners before the rest of us realize there is a corner. Quietly, but deliberately, teams inside Microsoft Research were working on large language models, LLMs, and generative systems, Gen AI. So were their peers at Google, Amazon, Meta, IBM, and a small but unusually ambitious organization called OpenAI. At the time, none of this felt explosive. It felt incremental. Then, something changed. The collective work being done behind closed doors took on a life of its own. It jumped the borders of cloistered research centers. It went from labs to living rooms in a matter of weeks. Or, in the words of Ernest Hemingway, it happened gradually, then suddenly. A common benchmark for technology adoption is the time it takes to reach 100 million users. Twitter took 6 years. TikTok took 9 months. ChatGPT did it in 8 weeks. Nothing, no technology, no consumer product, no idea in the history of humans has ever moved that fast. By early 2023, it was clear the world was no longer turning on the same axis. From Gutenberg to algorithms, the role of general-purpose technology. Moments like this are rare, and when they happen, they are almost always misunderstood. Many leaders still treat AI as just another technology cycle, another system to implement, another wave to ride. This framing is not just incomplete, it's dangerous. Artificial intelligence, AI, is not a feature. It is not a product. It is not even a category of software. It is what economists call a general-purpose technology. There aren't many of them. The printing press, electricity, the internal combustion engine. General-purpose technologies emerge every 50 to 100 years. When they do, they don't simply improve the world as it is. They reorganize it. They change how work gets done, how value is created, how entire industries operate, and eventually, how societies function. Leaders and organizations that understand this early build a lasting advantage. Those who don't spend years trying to catch up. General-purpose technologies follow a familiar pattern. At first, they are underestimated. Then they trigger skepticism and resistance. They disappoint in the short term, and ultimately they overwhelm expectations in the long term. We are somewhere between those last two stages now. Like electricity, AI is not a single product. It is an enabling capability that seeps into everything. Like computing, its power compounds as costs fall and access expands. Like the internet, it collapses distance. This time, not between people, but between intention and execution. The fall of 2022 marked the moment artificial intelligence crossed from promise to inevitability. From a topic of debate to a force of consequence. From something leaders could postpone to something they will be evaluated on. The transformation has already begun. It is important to hold two truths at the same time. The speed of AI's emergence has been breathtaking. It has reached mass adoption faster than the personal computer or the internet, and we are still in the early stages of a long transformation that will reshape health and medicine in ways we are only beginning to understand. General-purpose technologies do not ask permission. They arrive. They spread. They force everyone to adapt. When I wrote the first edition of this book in 2020, watching AI and waiting was a reasonable strategy. AI was promising, but unproven. Leaders could afford to observe, to experiment at the edges, to let others go first. That time has passed. The shift is no longer theoretical. It is strategic and operational. AI is already reshaping how work gets done across health and medicine, from clinical decision-making to administrative workflows to how patients engage with the system itself. And this is just the beginning. We cannot put the AI genie back in the bottle. But that was never really the goal. The real opportunity is far more important. Done right, AI is not about technology. It is about empowerment. It is about giving clinicians more time to care, giving leaders better visibility into what is happening inside and outside their organizations, giving patients and consumers more control over their health, and giving entire systems the ability to operate with a level of intelligence and precision that was previously impossible. The question is no longer whether AI will transform health and medicine. It already has. The most important question to consider is this: will you shape the transformation that is underway, or be shaped by it?